Yo, listen.
Yeah. That 806 The Show episode come out.
Yo, what's good? It's the 806 Show. It's your boy Jiggy.
Dímelo, Jesse.
Are you tired of these whack radio commercials?
Go.
Hey, this is Evelyn, and you're tuning in to the 806 Show.
Shout out 806 The Show.
Talk to me nice.
Tune in every Thursday to the 806 Show.
Yo, 806 The Show.
Shout out to 806 The Show.
At the 806 Show.
806 The Show.
Hey, this is Sol Maria. You're now listening to 806 The Show. Survive.
Yeah. That's my boy.
You are now tuned to 806.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Melly Mel. This is the best damn sports podcast, period. This is 806 The Show. We got a fantastic show for you guys today. We got Salem's Own in the building with us.
Yes, sir.
But before we get to him, you know the drill. The co-host. My co-host to the left has been identified as a gentleman who swam across the water to partake in the ass whooping that took place in Montgomery. He's a goddamn hero. Black Aquaman himself, R.E.G.
That's an amazing
I was so proud
story.
of
Something
you.
I would do because I love swimming. So
That was,
I love swimming and fighting.
if it was my two favorite things in the
If you
world.
saw the distance, it
We
was.
swim far.
I would have made it too.
It was on a different boat. He just jumped on. I got this. That was a great battle.
That was a great battle. We're gonna talk about
That was like WrestleMania.
That was like it's gonna go down as like the Civil War, like Gettysburg,
Battle of
Battle of Montgomery.
Throw that hat up was like signal. Everybody.
Everybody,
Avengers.
assemble! And my co-host to the right, with the popularity of our show growing, we'll make sure that 806 Security is equipped with tasers, pepper spray, and folding chairs. Make some noise for Sanchez. Apparently, folding chairs is the most. That guy's going to jail. You can't. I understand you're helping people. You can't just hit women on the top of the head repeatedly with chairs.
Hit it once.
That's why I was like,
No, yeah, come
I think I missed all this. Yeah.
It happened like this
All right,
weekend.
we're
It
gonna
was-
fill you in. Let me introduce you, then we'll fill you in. Because we are 100%. We are a sports show, but there's no goddamn way I'm not speaking about this. This shit was hilarious.
amazing.
And. All right, special guest. He's a personal trainer and a real estate agent. But honestly, the only reason he's here is because his dog didn't answer my request for an interview, unfortunately. So Colby Boulay, thank you, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome to the most famous dog in the world.
Good dog.
Yes. All right, let me explain to you what happened in Montgomery.
and then we'll get
Yeah,
to the
please.
dog.
And then we'll get-
Yeah.
All right, which one do you want to go?
I want to know more about the dog. What kind of dog?
He's a
is he?
boxer. He's about 100 pounds. He's like this big. I was considering bringing him.
I wasn't sure what all the cameras.
He's usually on the road with me all day, but oh yeah, he's
Awesome.
His name's Cash. He's a good dude.
Very good dude.
Yeah.
All right. Montgomery, Alabama. So the situation, I'm recapping it for everybody. This is awesome. We're going to spend the first 15 minutes talking about this shit.
Survive.
So there was a big ferry boat trying to get into a dock or pier, and it was blocked by a bunch of Caucasians
Drunks.
in a little private
Those
boat.
guys.
Hate those guys. Very drunk.
So
very drunk.
the African American security person politely told them they should move their boat because there's a big ferry boat coming. You know,
This is where they park. This is their
So
spot.
the people on the boat didn't like the response. Started arguing with the security guard. They try to jump him, and that's when you see that's when the video starts.
yeah.
Like
This one
3,
guy
4
just
white
decides
guys
to throw a
start-
punt. It's like, whoa.
And then the security guard throws a black hat in the air. I don't know. Apparently in Montgomery, Alabama,
First
that
of
is
all,
a signal for I need help.
No. It was like Pokemon when Ash put his hat to the backwards, turned to the side first, and then threw it in the air. And it was like everybody's just,
All of a sudden, there's about 16 to 17 black gentlemen coming to assist them. And
One of them was swimming.
Yeah, one
them came
jumped
out the
off
water.
boat and swam
Jesus
across the
Christ.
water to join the ass whooping, which was Black Aquaman himself, Ariel.
and some was pushing women into the water too.
That was kind of crazy. The whole thing.
It got out of hand.
And then chairs started getting
Yeah, once the chair came out, it was
a lot of folding
Yeah.
chairs.
I don't even know where the chairs came. I know that guy was literally.
Where'd they get those chairs?
I was thinking too.
Yeah.
A lot of WrestleMania type.
It was great to watch.
It was
honestly.
just entertainment.
Entertainment. Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like you
The
obviously
Cauca-
not been
the
on the
Caucasian
internet the
drunk.
last
It's
couple days.
not, yeah.
Because there's no way you, and obviously because we're in 2023, memes are fucking hilarious. I can swear this
Amazing
episode.
memes. And the people who got arrested were the drunk Caucasians.
Right, as they
It was
should. Yeah.
their fault.
Yeah, of course.
And
I mean,
it was great.
They
Great.
did ask the guy with the chair to turn himself in.
Oh yeah,
There was a couple chair throwing people that definitely go.
Yeah, you
No,
can't
no,
just throw
he
chairs.
wasn't,
Yeah,
he
it
wasn't
wasn't
throwing them.
Yeah.
He was,
was-
mankind, Undertaker
Yeah, it
style.
was so similar to wrestling.
Yeah, it was,
It's like saying like the Pacers melee, like the
it was exactly
it's
that.
Just
It was
chairs
just-
just
it
coming
was
out of
except
nowhere.
everybody's cheering for one side.
mayhem.
That's hysterical.
And I saw the one dude. They're making fun of the one white dude who jumped out the water to avoid the ass whooping. That would have been me. Like, he jumped in the water like I'd rather swim to wherever else.
our boat's over there.
Right?
That was like Super Smash Brothers. That's what it
It
looked
really
like.
because it was like on a little pier, so it looked like one of the levels.
You go up the little ramp.
Kept getting knocked off.
It was like you
People
get
kept getting knocked off.
thrown into the water.
Good times, good times.
Love the internet.
I love the internet.
Sports.
All right, let's talk about sports.
From wrestling
We'll
to
quickly
sports.
talk about the Pats because I think they're gonna suck. But I feel like as a New England-based or North Shore-based podcast, that I at least should mention it before the season starts.
You guys, Pats? Are you Pats fan?
I mean, I guess
By default?
By default,
Yeah.
I would have to be
Good
a Pats
answer.
fan. Yeah.
By default.
Okay. Ravens fan.
Fantasy football kind of ruined.
More of a
Right.
football
I feel
fan.
you.
You know what I mean?
That's
I'm a
all.
fan
I
of
just
whoever
care about
wins
my
me.
players on my team.
Exactly.
I don't know
Oh,
about
that's
anything.
not fair.
And I become
and then
fans
betting-
of those players.
Totally.
Betting too, kind of like
Right.
you're always betting against your own team too.
Yeah, I feel like now we're more football or basketball fans rather than like just straight one
I
team.
think gambling has definitely been a big
That's what happens.
big start to that. And I hope none of y'all are betting on the Patriots this year because I honestly
I
feel
don't
this-
gamble.
I'm not a gambler.
What?
Good guy.
Just a boring dude. I don't watch memes. I don't gamble.
Well, me and Adil do enough of both
Yeah.
of those for everybody.
Yeah.
Because we are definitely degenerates. And
I took a break.
I did take a break. Baseball kept taking all my
Baseball's
money,
trash.
fortunately.
How do you predict like who's like the pitches?
Strikeouts in the first 5 innings.
Yeah, it's just
I've
literally
seen
like
that. I'm
They're
like,
like, all right, Red Sox had a good matchup. Oh, they
different-
lost 14 to 1.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
Like,
a
that's
different
great.
pitcher every game.
right.
You gotta guess, like everything else.
How many leagues are you usually in fantasy football?
Just the one, Mantown. I used to do like 3 or 4 leagues.
Oh, yeah. We
and
just
I
had,
just lose track.
We just had
of it.
Lanier last week. I think
the
he's up to
problem.
like
I just got
9
invited
or
to
10.
Yeah,
another
he's
one.
ridiculous. Yeah, Lanier's ridiculous.
I'm on my fourth right now.
Yeah, I'm only doing 2.
I said
so.
one.
Yeah.
Remember when we started? I was like,
could've
I'm only
said
doing one this year. Only the
got
podcast.
4.
Now I'm 4.
I
Weekend.
just can't keep track of it. Then I end up like rooting for one guy, rooting against the guy
You
that's
don't
on
know-
my team.
yeah,
It's
you
don't
like,
know what
I
to
hate-
do. You're
it's
so
like-
confused on the Sunday.
Which one do I need more
It's not
right
even
now?
enjoyable. It's just a stressful Sunday.
It's like,
It's just
Why do
cry.
we do this to
Just
ourselves?
cry. Yeah, it's torture.
I need Travis Kelce to get a touchdown, but I
gonna lie.
also
Yeah,
can't have him get a touchdown.
yeah.
There's
I
a
need to be
couple
a pick
years.
6 and then fumble and then.
There's a couple years I didn't play fantasy and it was peaceful as fuck.
Oh yeah,
I
I
didn't
bet
play
that's. I bet that's
fantasy
beautiful.
for 15 years. I took
Just because
a
once we
long
started the
break.
podcast, we felt like we had to do a league, I guess.
It made sense.
I got 2 only, which is
What, a work league in this league?
Yeah.
That's what I have. Work
I'm not
league.
doing any more.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, and then our work league is doing like a live draft, so I gotta go fucking chill with these motherfuckers after work and shit. Like,
Your coworkers.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
That too.
I prefer the live draft.
I do too. 'cause
It's a long
exciting.
day, but I
Yeah.
prefer it.
It's nice, especially if you have the food
Yeah,
and
especially
drinks.
Mantown.
too.
yeah.
Mantown's been going around for a while.
Well,
right?
one year we started with the live draft, and then people are late, people are phoning in, and then literally goes to the next
phone-
day. We're
yeah.
just texting in pics. Like,
Jesus
like
Christ.
48
The
hours
phoning
later,
in
I'm like,
is like,
we got to
geez.
figure this out.
You got
Phoning in is crazy.
When people start FaceTime, it's like,
Yeah.
We had a couple FaceTimers.
Yeah.
before.
it's actually actual draft. You got 2 days to do
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah,
Nick
exactly.
Lanier was in our other league, and he fucking FaceTimed his way in and won the championship.
Yeah.
That sounds about
Kind
it.
of crazy because he didn't know what was on the board.
I'm just
It
gonna
was like a
guess.
last minute, like, oh, you down to join the league? Someone backed out last minute. Can you join?
When's the draft?
Yeah.
Right now.
Right now, and he just like called in.
Hi, bet.
Wins the league. No preparation.
He's out to dinner with soldiers, shit like
Yeah.
fancy dinner. Hold up, babe. I just gotta answer this
She
shit.
understands.
yeah.
She understands.
But it's money.
12
Yeah, she doesn't have a choice.
I already said it to Michael, like, listen, you had a nice little summer off.
Right.
And we went out, we did stuff.
Yeah.
It's about all
my
about to
time.
change. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Sundays I'm
Football.
unavailable.
Yeah.
Football.
Me, football, and God. That's the only three things.
The only thing
Red Zone, baby.
Sports, God.
I love Red Zone so much.
Red Zone is amazing.
Yeah, I don't think I can watch. It ruined it because you can't.
definitely
You
did.
can't
Yeah, I
watch.
haven't watched an actual game.
Yeah, I was saying that the other day. I was like,
It ruined
Other than
everything.
like a Monday nighter or like a
Well,
Sunday
it's like
night.
the only game on. Of
Right,
course.
right.
It's
The
like
problem
a
with Sunday
Thursday
night
game.
is I'm usually fucking. I pass out by like halftime of a Sunday night.
you
Sunday
always
night.
make it through the whole day watching football, never get to the 8 o'clock
Yeah.
games. Always.
Some old man stuff right there.
8 o'clock games was just like on the
You're cracking a beer at noon, getting ready for, you know. Like, by the time it's
Have to
8,
wake up
9
at
o'clock,
10.
you're about 15 in. You ate food probably twice.
Crying over a calzone.
Yeah.
Trying to stay
It's
awake.
never,
Yeah,
it's
you're
never
very-
salads on football Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
like a
always-
calzone, or you
like
order
some
Chinese
wings,
food,
Yeah.
right?
some
Wings.
pizza.
Yeah, praying that Aaron Rodgers can just throw one touchdown pass.
Yeah, please.
Said, please, come on.
My favorite one, well, not favorite because it sucks, but it's like when you literally spend hours, like me, I go to the YouTube video trying to find the perfect parlay, and then like someone's getting blown out 28-0 halftime
just to
from the
start.
first game, and then the rest of the fucking day is shit.
I don't
And it's
gamble.
fucking awful.
Yeah, that's why I don't game.
I gamble enough playing fantasy. That's it.
It is kind of
Right.
too.
That's all I need.
You don't win.
I win when I win.
Some leagues got punishments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we would do that.
You guys don't know
Well, let's bring
Nah.
let's bring that up. Ariel, unfortunately, had to go through the beer mile.
The beer mile.
this weekend because he finished what is it, last 4 in the
Yeah,
Like a
game.
last 4 punishment?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying.
fucking crazy.
That's-
These guys
this
are-
is my thing.
It sounds.
I-
It,
it's
lit-
every
it literally
time.
sounds. It sounds. The league sounds like Alcatraz. It
Yeah,
sounds like
literally.
fucking.
It's crazy. Like it's like 40% of the league gets put into
Right,
this,
right.
which is like,
Well, you better do better.
That's way too
And
close.
I mean, if you're in a competitive league, you could literally be in 3rd place and then be bottom 4 in 1 week.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
happened. It's
Yeah.
happened to some
Yeah.
people. Just completely just drop.
Like, I'm good. Oh, no.
So to the viewers, to the new viewers, Ariel, can you explain one more time what the beer mile is?
The beer mile is you run a mile, 4 laps around.
Bertram.
Yes. Every lap, you chug a beer. And
If you puke, you basically lose.
real rules is if you puke, you lose. But some people feel like if whoever's first place wins.
You already lost.
Yeah, I mean,
running a
you're
beer
already
for
running- you're already
4
puking,
beers in a
so-
mile.
And in 2 years of the beer mile, I am the first contestant to never puke.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Because I thought it was inevitable.
It was a hot day.
That's impressive.
Yeah, right. It
was a hot day.
I guess it was like almost 90 degrees. It was.
Take a full lap.
That was the hardest part. Is how hot it was that day. My calves were burning up. Your blood's thin. You got liquor in you. Running a mile.
Sounds like a fun time.
I'm assuming you didn't hydrate the day before, prepare for
I
this.
prepared completely for this. I stretched
Did you-
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I drank a lot of water. I ate pancakes to start my day.
What's pancakes gonna do?
I don't know. I thought I was gonna soak
Carbohydrates, man. Yeah.
Absorb
Yeah.
the fat, no.
Yeah.
soak
Yeah.
up on
Pancakes, bro. You didn't know that?
Finger pancakes.
Yeah.
Finger pancakes would be the way to go.
And they was like, "Oh, you fucked up with the pancakes."
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
And
Like,
then little did they know,
the pancakes held it down.
held it down.
Held it
A little
down.
liquor, you know?
Worked out.
Science, all right?
We just completely skipped over the pats before.
Thank God.
That's usually right. Fuck 'em. All right, let's get to our guest.
Yeah.
For some odd reason, you decided to transfer to our school.
Then
Yeah.
To come
dude.
to our prestigious,
Yeah.
our
The prestigious.
Sailor program. No, I mean that with all love and respect to everybody who put their hearts out.
working hard with us.
You were the ones out there dribbling.
You know how I felt.
So what year did you transfer to your senior year? What year was this when you transferred to Salem High?
So junior year, middle of junior year.
Okay,
So
so
yeah,
after football.
started at the Tech, North Shore Tech, now Essex Tech. I had no business being there. I'm not a tradesman. I don't know how to do a goddamn thing with my hands. And so I'm there for 3 years. My football coach gets fired, and I was gone within a week. And it was easy enough because obviously like I'm a new student at Salem, but I know everybody. So it's like it was kind of dope being like the new kid, but also like having a full friend group built in. But yeah, I played baseball my junior year, played football my senior year.
Oh,
Yeah,
Our favorite. Oh, go ahead. Well, sorry. Go
what
ahead.
position you play baseball?
pitcher.
Okay.
Yeah,
Quarterback,
Makes
pitcher,
sense.
you go together.
yeah, there you go.
Makes perfect sense.
Comes full circle.
Could have been a third baseman.
I'm not built to be a pitcher, that's for sure. But I can throw. That's
You can throw
the only
really
thing I can
hard.
do.
Pedro Martinez was 5'8", 125 pounds, soaking wet, and he's
Is
one
that
of
a
the
fact? 5'8"?
Probably not.
I was gonna say.
Just make that up.
I need a fact check on that. I feel like he's at least 6 foot.
Just gonna make that up, man.
I've never met him in person, but I feel like he's got to be at least
we have met
5'11",
him in
6
person.
foot.
We taking
met him.
pictures with him
You have met
as
him in person.
kids in DR.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
At a family bar.
Yeah, well, it's your kid. Like you look up to everybody.
He can't be that tall.
Pedro is 5'11".
Oh,
look at that.
5'11",
170. Probably towards the end. He was a little
Yeah,
skinny
yeah,
in the beginning.
yeah.
Exactly.
Expos
125.
days. Yeah.
So before we get into your senior year, my favorite part, where anytime we get a former football player here, I like camp stories. I like to hear because I never experienced camp. It sounds, from anybody who went there, it sounds like jail to me.
It's jail.
It's literally jail.
Yeah.
So Josh, I don't know if you knew,
That
Josh
sounds
was
crazy.
actually on your team.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. I was there.
I'm familiar.
I feel like there's a story behind that. What do you
Well,
mean?
no,
It's like, oh, I know.
So, I mean, I'm coming from the Tech, which, you know, for whatever you want to talk trash about North Shore Tech, that was run like a military. Like we're up at, my coach is sleeping there with us, like in a separate office. We're up at 4 a.m. He's playing Nowhere to Run to, that song. 4 a.m. we're up, and then it was boot camp, and we're running. You know, we're running for however many miles. He's just bumping military music, like Marine music over the loudspeakers, and we're just running. And we're doing 3 days. So, like, I'm used to this camp. When we do the run, when we do at least 2 to 3 practices, maybe the last practice is a walkthrough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something easy, but, like, we're going all day. So I'm used to that coming in. And so I show up senior year for camp, and, like, I'm a new kid, but I know everybody. So I'm, like, somewhat of a leader. And, you know, I'm like ready to, I got my earplugs in. Like, I'm going to sleep. Like, I'm thinking that we are serious. and I wake up to, like, just do like pillow fights and like these dudes were taking these pillows and just packing them so tight and just destroying people.
They hurt
Destroying
so
people.
much.
I mean, giving concussions. Like, and I'm just like, where am I? Like, the prisoners have taken over the asylum, literally. You know what I mean? Like, so definitely a little bit different. Like, you know, cheerleaders are all over the place, like stealing people's shit, and like it was night and day from what I experienced at the Tech. So, like, in reality, it was kind of easy because I'm thinking, like, all right, we're about to get our asses handed to us all week. Yeah. But no, I mean, it's fun. I mean, but it's middle of summer or end of summer. You know what I mean? It's hot as hell. You're outside all day. You just finish. Everyone stinks. No, half the team's not showering. It's gross.
They don't let you leave.
Yeah, you can't leave.
You gotta eat off.
Yeah.
What are they feeding you?
I don't remember.
Depends.
We go to the Black Cat. And It wasn't good. And on top of that, I'm coming from the Tech, which has a culinary department. So we're literally eating like prepared meals every day. Like, they have the culinary people come in over the summer to feed us. So we're eating like steak tips. We're eating steak tips for dinner. Bro, we were well fed. And then I'm going to say, now we're eating at the Black Cat.
Chicken fingers and fries.
Yeah. And like Kool-Aid. I remember the Kool-Aid. Yeah. Or some
Nutrition's
type of
important for like sports.
Yeah,
you know?
some type of red drink.
I'm not I probably shouldn't be a high school coach or have the but I don't think you should be giving Kool-Aid to your fucking
It was
players.
some type of a red drink.
Yeah, it was whatever.
Lord knows what it was.
They also brought like those 8-foot subs at one point.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Oh,
great.
for Tony Lena's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta feed 100 people. Everybody
Got,
got
like
Everybody gets
normal
a piece.
cereal and whatever. Yeah, you had a lot better time over there.
Bro. The Tech was the prison, but it was also like we were taken care of.
Like you earned that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, ours is just crazy.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like all cooked up, and then I go to Salem High and I'm just eating like stale bread.
Coach calling his mom in the middle of the night. Get me out of here, please.
Yeah. Can't stop crying.
French toast sticks.
Not even fully cooked. It's
Yeah.
Still a little frozen. See, that makes sense that you guys woke up so early because the only thing I remember about camp was like super early in the morning. I'm trying to go past, like, we were in a small gym, so the actual, what's it called? The actual, I guess,
Field
the
house?
gym.
Oh.
It was the weights and room.
Right.
basically. So I have to walk by the weight room to get to the bathroom. And when I woke up, you were just by yourself, just pumping.
That sounds about
Headphones
right,
in. I'm like, what fucking time is it?
Who is this guy?
I'm like an hour, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little different.
Set an example.
Yeah.
Oh, clearly it didn't really.
Yeah, it was.
should've
It
followed
didn't
suit.
make much of a difference, but I tried to play my part. You know.
Well, you did great.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Appreciate you.
But you came with Billy, right?
Yeah, Billy Butner.
Oh,
So it's like we
that
got.
dude
Yeah.
was a lunatic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he had like 2 fingers on each hand because it's all taped up.
Bro,
it was crazy.
I'll never forget. It was like we transferred. I mean, I've known Billy Butner forever. We played, youth league, whatever, Pop Warner coming up, and I'll never forget. It was either like first game or second game, and like you just saw who this kid was. Like he is just busting through the line, like lighting kids up. He comes back to the defense. He's calling the formation, throws up all over the place, and he's just literally in the middle, like 3-4. Bleh. And he finishes and like, all right, break. Like, let's go. Like, just a boot and rally like you've never seen. You're like, this kid's built different. This kid's different.
The best blitzer I've ever seen in my
Bro,
life.
I've never seen anything like it.
He was
Truly.
so small, but he was like those pistol shrimps were tiny, but they like
Yeah.
blow you up.
Bro,
basically.
so explosive.
He'd be right in there, almost. If he had actual hands, like not taped up, he would have
Right.
cut
Yeah,
the fucking
yeah.
the snap and
Why
everything.
was his hands like taped up?
Kept like either
Mangling his fingers.
breaking a finger
That dude
or
did
like
not care.
dislocating it. So they just taped it.
They just
And it was
tied it, dealing with it,
He
so they
looked
just
like
taped it down?
like Spider-Man basically, but like clubs.
If he was 6 foot, 200 plus pounds,
Oh
like
my
that
God.
dude would, like with his work ethic, that dude's he would have gone D1. I'll never forget my freshman year at the Tech when we beat the brakes off of Salem that year, the same year.
So.
I'm just saying. They had Cal Harrington that year. They had Tamilio was on the team at the time.
yeah, that's-
it was a decent team. So, but at the Tech it was our Super Bowl year. We went to Super Bowl that year. We lost. But Billy, middle of the season, he's a freshman, or maybe like early on in the season, freshman. We're doing scout, right? So like if JV's doing scout, we're used to just getting lit up. Like I'm getting destroyed. Like we're playing like this, it's the Tech, but it's still a Super Bowl team, and I'm getting like concussions every practice. And Billy's on scout D, and nobody knows who this kid is. And one play, no joke, I'll never forget it. He just blows up the line, like what he does when one of these blitzes.
Always.
And Riccardi Blois, Riccardi?
Yep.
He'll probably want to
Friend of the
admit
show.
to this.
He's been on this.
But Riccardi gets either a handoff or a toss, and Billy just busts through the line and lights this dude up. Oh, my God. Lights him up.
Yo, Ricardo, we're going to ask you about this.
Yeah. And he started after that on Super Bowl tour.
Yeah.
He played like the rest of the year. Like he was on varsity next day.
Let's get it.
And he played, I don't know if he started, but he got playing time. Like it was on varsity pretty much the rest of the year.
There was one practice that I guess Billy's just too good. Period. He's
You
just
need to
too
get
good
Billy
at
on the
defense.
show. We got to find him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Oh,
we gotta find him.
We could definitely find
But
him.
we got Nick Albert. Hit him Nick Albert.
Yeah. I'm back close
But,
with his cousin.
He blitzed in. I think it was Pignato was playing quarterback that team. And he like blitzed in, not touching him, but like run him over.
Yeah.
Coach got pissed.
Oh, yeah.
Don't follow him out, don't touch him and shit. Like, whatever, okay. Goes back. Same
Doesn't
thing
care.
happens. Came in.
Yeah, doesn't care.
No hands. Boom, knocked him over.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And goes, if you hit him again, you're out of here. Like,
Yeah. right.
blows up whoever the lineman was is in the air now, and he just runs by him. It looked like he hit him, but Pignato just flew. Get out of here! He's like, "What? I didn't do anything. Get out of here!"
There's no worse position on a team than being the backup quarterback. The scout team quarterback, it makes you want to quit football. It makes you want to quit all sports. Like, you're playing scout team because nobody cares. You are getting lit up every play. And they don't care. It's like, it's a scout team, it's, JV. And the difference between, especially at like a level like Salem or like the Tech, the difference between varsity and JV is light years. If you're playing at like a big high level school, like JV kids can ball. You know what I mean? Like, those kids can play. But if you're playing at like, where there's not as much of a crop of talent, JV is, they're just getting if against varsity, they're getting destroyed.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not fun.
Not that fun. So how that? I'm afraid to ask. How did that senior season go?
I think we were 5-6, 6-5, 5-6.
Salem
Doing
standards.
really good. Then you got injured, I believe.
Yeah, we played. We won the first either 2 or 3. Ended up losing to Marblehead, which was just terrible at the time. It was like them starting to get good. I think they're good now. But traveled to Connecticut, beat a really good team in Connecticut,
Yeah,
and
that
then
was great.
And then I got knocked out against Swampscott. Chris Dunstan, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Chris Dunstan.
We both go to make a tackle on the quarterback, Swampscott quarterback, and I come from one end. He comes from the opposite end, and he could move.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we both duck our shoulders to make the tackle. Our heads collide like this.
Oh, man.
I'm folded in half, knocked unconscious. I was
You're the
out.
quarterback too?
Yeah.
I was the corner. Yeah, I was corner and quarterback.
So Salem, we had to play a bunch of positions.
He's DN coming from behind. I'm corner trying to make the play, and he lit me up. I've never been hit so hard. I knocked out unconscious. I didn't wake up till the doctors were in my face. And, they pulled me out.
You're not playing anymore.
Yeah,
Like, there
you
goes
know
our-
where you are? I was like, I'm not really sure.
There goes our starting quarterback.
Yeah.
That's why you don't put him on defense.
Yeah, right. I didn't play defense the rest of the year. That was it. I was done.
We need
I was
him.
done. Yeah, so we had so John Pagnato started in the homecoming game. This is the funniest thing ever because all of our senior pictures, like yearbook pictures, are from the homecoming game, and they're all of John Pagnato. So he started quarterback that day. So when I saw the yearbook, I was dying laughing. It's so funny.
Oh,
It
man.
was a good year. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
Was there? Did you try to play anywhere after you graduated? Was there?
So I played. I went when I went to Tufts. I played baseball for the first 2 years. Ended up getting Tommy John. Tried to play played football my junior year. Got injured again. Stopped. That's like the story of my college career is being hurt. Yeah, but I tried. I tried.
Would you say was quarterback or
Corner.
defense?
I played corner. Defense in college. Yeah, we had Tony Fusillo played at Winthrop during their like Super Bowl years. He was the real deal. Yeah, he played at Colgate, transferred to Tufts, so he was nobody's he's starting quarterback.
I think you got that.
Yeah, he's got it. But yeah, played for 1 year. Tried to play baseball a few years. Played a little bit, but always just like injury bug always got me. So.
Is that like inevitable that Tommy John?
I mean, it wears on you, like, especially like when we're playing, I'm just playing youth games. Like, there's not coaches like there is now. There's not programs. They don't care. Like, I'm going from, high school games to Babe Ruth games, and I'm pitching in both.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean? So, yeah, by the time I was like 15, I'm dealing with elbow problems. By the time I'm 19, I'm getting Tommy John. So, yeah, it comes to the territory.
I've never had a surgery in my life.
Fucking threw really hard. I know that. When it was
Only thing I've ever been good at.
if it was a cold day, bro, and
I
you just,
can do.
I just remember the receiver was like, "Nah, I ain't catching that."
Yeah.
So is that why Mike Negrami never caught a pass?
That's
Boom,
right,
boom,
right,
boom.
yeah.
But that's not the reason.
Love you, Mike. Love you, Mike.
That's not the reason Mike didn't catch a pass.
Mike alone. Poor Mike. All right, so after we love you, Mike.
Right?
But
But
you so
everything
mean
else,
to people. He
he was
mean to
really
Mike.
good at everything else. Just couldn't catch the ball. That's it.
Well, that seemed to be most of our receivers' problems, unfortunately.
Right?
Great athletes.
Yeah, they're really good people. Really great guys.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Personally.
Great guys.
But unfortunately. All right, so when did you want to get into it? Well, obviously you did. Get into the personal training and, that career path.
So I once I graduated, my choice was to try to do law school, which didn't end up doing that. I started that whole process, and I was
hard.
like, this isn't for me. And
school.
I've always been into fitness, so I got my personal training cert at the time, and then it kind of just like slowly snowballed into developing a business out of it, building a clientele. Probably. So I would have been like 22, 23. And yeah, man. And then I just realized like, this is what I love doing. Like, why would I ever do something that I don't see a passion in, that I don't genuinely enjoy waking up every day going, no matter what time it is.
That's the key.
It's, bro, there's
Find a way to
nothing
make money
more
out of
important.
something you love,
Nothing
like-
more important. Figure out what you love and do that thing, get good at it, and make a living at it. So,
Not
yeah,
even
probably
work at that
22,
point.
23. What's that?
Not even work at that point.
No, it's not. I wake up every day and I get to go hang out with my dog and train, make people better. It's like, I don't work. I'm not working. It's the best thing ever. Yeah. So that kind of snowballed into opening the business. So I owned Rec or partial owner of Rec for a few years. That kind of went, a little bit south for me as far as my relationships are concerned. Left that business, and then ever since just been on my own doing my thing and just keeping it going.
And what is your business called?
So I guess I've been calling it CB Fit, but I don't really. It's not really a formal name. It's kind of
Just like hit me up.
yeah, pretty much. Have your people call my people. Yeah, I mean most of my business, especially now, is word of mouth. I don't really post. I mean, if you
I
didn't,
was just about to ask that. Like,
yeah, I don't post any of my own stuff. I don't really post any of my clients. I've been posting a lot more about the new program that I've got going with the kids. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much word of mouth. I've got a massive network of people, so I've got I've got clients I've been working with for 10 years. Some of them, so they don't, they're sticking around.
right, the loyals.
Right.
Absolutely. And that's what kind of caught my eye was the Instagram post we put up and this new program.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing, sir, is fucking dope.
Thanks, bro.
Like,
Absolutely.
honestly, like, I was like, yo, he needs to come on here because we started this show. A lot of it is to just big up people around us, definitely say them stories. The football stories are fun and
Right.
stuff. But when you see somebody like making a difference, we definitely wanted to show you some love. So explain to us the program and to the viewers, like, what is exactly.
Yeah, so I'm calling it part of the pack. I work out of White Wolf Fitness in Salem, and I got my dog, and just pack mentality as far as just being a part of a community. But more or less, it's an inclusive training program adapted for all kids, or anybody really. It's been mostly kids thus far that have reached out. But yeah, I mean, I've been working with a bunch of kids with disabilities. I've got like 9 or 10 kids now that I'm working with, all different ages from 5 to 15, different levels of disability. I don't like to really call it disabilities, but yeah, man, I got kids, a couple kids that are on kind of on the autism spectrum, 2 kids with cerebral palsy, one kid with a very rare disorder, DERCA. If you want to, it's I don't even want to try to describe it really. A few kids that have Down syndrome. Yeah, and it's it's a program that I've connected with Casey Duran. Do you know Casey?
Yeah.
So her dad was a coach in the NFL for years, Dick Duran. So they opened a foundation, a 513C, basically kind of with the same ideology of just looking to make things more accessible for people with disabilities and whatnot. So connected with her after training the first girl I've been working with, a little girl named Stella. She has CP, and they asked me if I wanted to just blow this thing up, and I said, why not?
Yeah, why not?
So it kind of just fell into my lap, really. I started training this little girl, Stella, like I mentioned, and her mom is a superhero. She's incredible. She's kind of involved in this whole thing as well. And yeah, it's kind of just been taken off. So it's really just a training program for kids that are, have severe intellectual and physical disabilities. And it's I couldn't imagine a more satisfying thing to do every single day.
Of course,
dude.
That's so fire.
It's awesome.
And did you have to go to? Obviously, there's things that I can do that they can't do. Did you have to go any different training? Did you have to look stuff off? Maybe go through
Yeah. So I mean, I have all my personal training certifications, but obviously, you should have some type of a comfortability working with people who are disabled. I've worked with a lot of kids with autism and different disabilities kind of throughout my career, so I have a familiarity with it, but I don't have any type of specific certifications for this. because it really just came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's how it is. So like the blessings like that. that
totally.
just-
I mean,
like-
it was something that I wanted to do. Just as far as like whether it was doing some type of like community work or whatever, doing stuff. I went up to a few Salem schools to try to volunteer. They, for whatever reason, like didn't really fall up with me.
Yeah, Salem.
Story for another
we have
day.
a bone to
Yeah,
pick.
yeah.
We have a bone to pick with
Yeah,
Salem.
yeah.
Trust me. You'll hear from us soon.
And yeah, literally, I got connected with Stella because I trained her mother, and she just asked me on one day randomly, "Would you want to work with Stella?" And she's just turned 14. And if you're familiar with CP, it's kind of cerebral palsy. It's kind of on a spectrum similar to autism, where there are definitely different levels of disabilities. So, one kid who's diagnosed with cerebral palsy is not the same as another. They're all very different. And in reality, like, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physical therapist, but I am a motivator.
Yeah.
And I'm somebody that's going to get these kids up, moving, and feeling good about themselves. And it's free. So, and that's the best thing. So, most of these parents have been coming in and they're like, "Can I pay you?" I'm like, absolutely not. Like,
you could say so. There's a podcast friends of mine
Right,
who
yeah,
are looking for
yeah.
donations, and they love the
Right,
cause. And we're-
Right.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm just joking. We would never take that money.
So the parents are all, super involved. But the one thing that you realize when you start these types of a program is how difficult it is for these people to find programs like this.
Yeah.
Especially in the summer. Like during school year, obviously, they probably have different programs at their respective schools and whatnot. But like, these parents are lost. A lot of these parents with these kids that they don't have the resources, they might not have the means. Imagine, obviously some people do, and they can send their kids to different programs and whatever and have aids and have help. But I mean, imagine, like growing up probably similar to how we grew up and having a severely disabled kid in your family, and you don't have the resources to get them the help that they need. And, and I'm just trying to kind of fill that void.
That's
So,
amazing.
yeah.
You're calling her a superhero, sir. You are a superhero. We definitely appreciate you. Now, we want to see if you can use your superpowers
All right.
on our co-host here, because we've been trying to get this dude to the gym for the last,
Part of the pack, baby.
please, Josh, could you be part
This is
of
why
the
you
pack?
invited him here?
Part of the pack.
I brought Kobe here
Bro, I
solely
should've-
to get you to the
Right.
gym.
Should have told me. I would have brought him a T-shirt, bro.
I do like merchandise.
We got some XLs, maybe a double XL.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
The intervention starts happening.
Yeah.
We got him.
Yeah.
We just signed you up.
20 push-ups.
Oh, don't stop at push-ups.
Yeah.
So we have a thing called owing the bank.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And we'll do it just running around like, yo, Adio, you owe the bank. Bro, bank's calling, right?
yeah, it's more so like, yo, I think the bank's calling. You hear that? You hear that? Is that your phone? Is anybody? I
think the bank's
Pick
calling.
up the call. It's like, yo, Melvin. Bank says you owe 20 push-ups.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and then it's
So we were
kinda
doing
like,
that. Josh doesn't care that the bank is calling.
Doesn't want to pay his debts,
Doesn't
Yeah.
want to pay his debts.
Stack them up.
but they haunting you.
You're
Bill
going to
collectors.
get those overdraft fees, bro.
The bill collectors are coming.
So we do have the excuse that we both are bailmen and we do a lot of walking.
Right.
All day.
Like, if you notice, like, when you started, I lost like 30 pounds when I first started. But unfortunately, your body gets used to all the walking, and I didn't stop eating anything. That,
Right.
You got fat again.
I mean, I don't
Long
know.
story short.
Sir, I at least tried 2 or 3 times to go to the gym.
Let's get it.
Josh, come on.
No, Josh
I'll-
is hooping with us. Josh is still
One
hooping.
thing I will tell you when it comes to training, especially as you get older, it is the best thing that you can do is get involved in some type of a group training program. Because getting your ass to the gym every single day and trying to find something to do, like you walk, like even me sometimes, like I'll go in and I don't train as much as I'd like to myself personally, but like I'll go in and I'll be like, damn, what am I gonna do today? Like because I don't put a plan together for myself like I do for my clients. So it's like shit. What there's like do a little this, a little this, and then you leave. You do a little stretch thing, and then you leave. So like what you go into a class, whether it's whatever it is, could be boot camps, could be anything. Boxing, whatever. And that thing is already programmed for you. You don't have to think. You just got to show up.
Right.
And that's all of it. And make it scheduled like a work appointment. It's more important.
Here we go.
And that's my pitch.
That was a good pitch.
Yeah, part of the pack, baby.
Part of the pack.
I definitely
And we
walked
just
in.
signed you up for a year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I just swiped your credit card.
Yeah. I gave him all the information before he got here. You are here.
It better not be my
6
card.
a.m.
Yeah.
White Wolf, buddy.
Yeah. My dog's there, so
True.
yeah,
That's all that matters.
It's worth it. Yeah, they come for me, they stay for him, almost always.
I know he's a very famous. I was trying to explain to them how famous your dog
It's a
is.
well-known dog.
It's a very well-known dog.
Well, it's gonna be more. So
I was gonna
forgot
ask
to
you about
mention.
it, yeah.
So we got sometime over the course. I don't know when these air, but over the course of the next week, I got to figure out the day. But we're gonna be on Channel 7 for the program with Stella. Mainly for her mother developed an adaptive clothing line called Be Free.
Okay.
Very cool. She problem, solve it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
like
she developed a adaptive clothing company called Be Free for Stella. Really, they're like zip-on pants. They're developing other apparel. And so Channel 7 reached out to them, and they got on. They did an interview a couple weeks ago. Stella would not stop talking about like her trainer and the dog and whatever. And so they came to the gym last week. So we kind of got to do like I guess a little bit of a release of part of the pack. I mentioned it to the producers, the film guy, and so we'll see if that gets any type of airtime. But I will. And Cash Cash is very protective of Stella. He just follows her around wherever she goes. And these camera guys, he was not feeling at all. So this dude is in every clip. He's right next to her, like just eyeballing these camera guys, like every single clip.
You mentioned Josh is handling our security for 806 because he's so popular. Maybe your dog has a job here.
Yeah. He is. He's security.
He's
He is
definitely security.
Everybody.
He's a big dude.
But along with personal training, you have like a lot of people that I've known, a lot of no shirt people I've known who've got into real estate.
I have.
How did you get into that?
Through a friend of mine, Joe Taché. His sister owns Taché Real Estate in Salem. He just approached me one day. Maybe I was like 26, 27. And he's like, my sister's looking for some young blood. You know, real estate industry is ancient. A lot of the realtors have been in the business for 40 years. Like, you know, they've just been in forever. You know, so he said she's looking for some young blood. So I was like, why not? You approached me with an opportunity, I'm probably going to do it.
I feel it.
Yeah. And so I got my license. I worked at Taché for a couple of years, pretty much while I was building Rec. So it was really very much a like a secondary thing. Wasn't my like true passion. So, you know, did a couple transactions here and there. When I decided to leave my business, I also decided to leave Taché Real Estate. So I went from like having two, you know, pretty solid positions to having nothing. You know, I left my gym. I didn't know what I was going to do.
Under the ground up.
Right. I left my real estate company, and I just got connected with some really good people in Brookline at the time. Now we're in Charlestown at Coldwell Banker, Waypoint Group. And yeah, I mean, so my first transaction with them, I did a just under $2 million deal right off the rip, double-sided it, so rip both commissions, and then just went from there. You just got to get connected to the right people, man. That's all it takes.
That's what how's the world runs. The world runs on connections.
Real estate is a contact sport. It is just a matter of how many people you can reach, how many people you can get to know, like, and trust you, and also doing a good job. You know,
Well, I'm not a housing expert, but every time I see an open house around here, I'm telling you, there's 200 people, and the house could be literally a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Let people like to flip stuff.
yes, a lot of smaller investors around here.
am I dumb for assuming it's not hard to sell a house at this point, right?
I mean, at this point, it's a little bit more challenging with like the interest rates where they're at, but there's still just such little inventory. I mean, historically low inventory. So more or less, like if you price,
That's why there's 1,000 people at an open house.
right, because there's nothing out there. So
Yeah.
and people are starting to adjust now to these, you know, increased rates, and people need to find somewhere to live. You know, and a lot of people are still open to investing, even if, you know, they're. I mean, if you look at rates where they were at in like 2021, which we'll probably never get back to, like the low twos, mid twos, like that's ridiculous. But that small increase, it makes a big difference, for your bottom line, for your down payment. For your monthly mortgage. But yeah, it's still hot when it comes to as far as being a seller, because there's just no inventory. There's nothing out there.
Oh, I never even thought of something like that. Right. I figured I was
supply and demand, baby.
Facts.
Right, real quick,
I'll get a house one day.
We got to go back to the training because you guys would be mad if I didn't ask this question. You had the opportunity, not you, more Josh. Y'all say, what did I do? You had the opportunity to train a very well-known actor in one of our favorite shows, Power, Mr. Omari Hardwick, a.k.a. Ghost.
My favorite characters of all time.
Definitely an iconic role. Definitely a role
that's
where
gonna stick forever for sure.
Frank Lucas, that kind of type of role where
Yeah, definitely.
So
A lot of movies.
how did he find you?
Yeah, so
That's the first question.
My boy Joe, same thing. The guy who
Joe,
got me
can we
connected.
talk to this guy, Joe?
You want to talk to Joe?
Shout out Joe.
So Joe, the same guy who got me connected into real estate, he's an interesting cat.
Sounds like it.
He moved back out to California, but he grew up in Salem, moved to California in the probably early 90s, just got connected in LA, knows everybody. You go there, we were backstage at Jimmy Kimmel Live. He's saying hi to the whole band.
Wait.
Bro.
The band, the Roots.
He knows everybody. This dude knows everybody. He makes one phone call. We're on Hollywood Studios, where it was Modern Family was playing. We're just literally filming. This dude knows. He just is connected. He also went to BC when Flutie was there for the Hail Mary game. He was on the football team.
Really?
Yeah, he and his brother. Yeah, that dude's he's got a wild story. But so Joe's connected. One of his closest friends is a writer in LA. Omari reached out to that writer and asked basically who he could work out with in Salem. He was filming he had a movie with Halle Berry at the time, and so this guy recommended Joe. So Joe calls me one day and he's like, "Hey,"
Interesting phone call.
Yeah. Well, just wait for the punchline. He goes, "Hey, do you know an actor named Omari Hardwick?" And I'm like, "No, I had no idea who he is." I had never seen the show.
Right.
I had never seen Power. Yeah. I don't know who he is. So he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna bring him to the gym. We're gonna work out." I was like, "All right. That's cool." Whatever.
Let's get it.
All right.
You can meet my dog.
Right, yeah. So when I met him, I was like, this guy looks familiar, but I had never seen the show. And so we just connected on kind of a unique level because I didn't know him.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure he even liked that because he didn't feel out or anything like that.
That's really the reason why we clicked, because I wasn't a fan.
Right.
I didn't know who he was. And so he was filming with Halle Berry at the time. He was here the whole summer. So he came, we trained that one day, we connected, exchanged phone numbers. We trained all summer. I just saw him yesterday. He's in Boston now. He's flying out right now.
There you go.
Yeah, so he's become actually a really close friend.
That's dope.
Bit of a kind of like a mentor. Yeah, so whenever he's out here, he hits me up. He's so much more than that role too. This dude's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
If you ever have a conversation with him, you'll be like, this cat's different.
Yeah.
We would love to have a conversation with him.
Well, it's funny.
Help us make that happen.
I've seen you play sports.
He did.
Yeah,
No, he
he
played at Georgia.
Yeah,
Cornerback, I believe?
Yeah, he played with Champ Bailey at Georgia. They were roommates.
Wow.
Yeah,
He was roommates with Champ Bailey?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Georgia. Yeah,
That's legendary.
yeah.
He's in a show or a movie now that's about
Fantasy football.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, he's big into sports. Yeah, he played baseball, played football.
We can offer him. I think this is what would be a pitch with celebrities and things. We can offer you different because obviously we're gonna ask him about if we would ever have the pleasure, Mr. Mr. Ghost. If we ever have the pleasure, obviously you can't not ask about the role. But I would focus on the Georgia years. I would focus on
absolutely.
playing with Champ Bailey and the sports. And we could
Sports stuff.
But,
that people don't know.
I could actually have an interview and not talk about my celebrity. I could talk about sports the whole time.
Right.
That's my pitch.
That's a good pitch.
No matter who you are, I feel like you always miss the good old days when you.
Well, not even that. Sports is a language that can connect anybody.
Oh, totally.
We can sit in this table and talk about sports and forget that you're talking to a A-list actor. You know what I mean? Because we're just talking about college football and how his Georgia football team is probably the new dynasty.
Right. Yeah, and he's chilling on the sidelines for a national championship game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's bullshit. But having
I'm about to
said
say,
that,
like, bullshit. I've seen you in some locker
I
rooms,
was gonna
sir.
say, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so he's boys with all those guys too. I have watched Power since knowing him. So
I would assume. I would hope.
phenomenal.
It's like,
So-
damn, this is what I was missing.
At one
Yeah,
point, you must have been like, so you're not even gonna watch? Like,
Yeah. So I literally got stars just added
Yeah.
stars to my package
Listen,
just for that.
everybody got stars because of
Oh, that's
Power.
the only. There's nothing else on stars.
Like,
He carried that.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's anything else I watch on Stars.
no.
Or the other Power shows. But,
Yeah, the other.
but I literally once
The same
that
universe
ended,
and stuff.
Anything 50 Cent makes.
Yeah.
after that series ended, I still didn't watch the rest of it.
Maybe you get the. He passes along the reference. Maybe you get Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent in the gym.
Hey, maybe. I don't know if they're. Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's any type of relationship there left, but
Right.
All right.
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
You never know.
Yeah, maybe. I was trying to get Halle Berry in the gym. That's what I was really trying to do. I literally showed up one day with a Halle Berry T-shirt. I'm like, bro, can we? We went for a run one day. He's like, she's staying right there. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go buy a tent. I'm gonna stay right here. I'm not going anywhere.
I was
call
literally-
her up. You'll
if you
book
were
her,
working
right?
out Halle Berry, we would show up with all the cameras. Kobe, you said we were interviewing
yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Oh, Halle Berry. Really?
What are you doing?
Halle?
Yeah.
It's funny we keep running into each other like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
From Swordfish?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the movie you think of.
All the
I mean,
movies?
yeah,
that's the one.
Great movie.
That's
but
the one.
That is the one.
Well, that with Halle Berry in it. That's the one.
First
Don't,
one I
don't bring
the
up
one.
Catwoman, but everything else good.
Oh,
yeah,
no one cares about
but,
Catwoman.
Swordfish.
Swordfish
You
is
see
great.
a little more of her in Swordfish.
John Travolta.
A young man watching Halle Berry and Swordfish is that's fundamental.
I
And
walked
honestly-
into the room and saw that.
honestly,
What movie is this?
That's who made me the man I am today.
yeah, absolutely, me too. We watched it for her. But it's pretty a good movie. Like, it's actually a good movie.
Hugh
Not a bad
Jackman in
film.
that movie?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
John Travolta.
I forgot all about you.
Halle Berry.
Wolverine's in there.
Wolverine's in it.
Great fucking movie.
We don't give a fuck. Wolverine's in it, no one remembers that. All right. We have reached my favorite part of the show, the DJ Bofka set of questions. The DJ Bofka set of questions is a game we play at the
That
end
sounds
of
great.
every episode. It's a simple game. I give you two choices. You pick one or the other one.
Red pill, blue pill.
Oh, jeez.
Please don't pick no like orange or
All right, no
purple.
orange pills.
One or
do all
the
the
other
time.
one. Yeah,
Is it like a lightning round? Or do I have time to?
You got time.
You got time, Dave.
All right, you got time.
And we can discuss why.
Yeah. We chime
Like it's
in.
like a word association.
We chime in. Once you get a couple of them, you're like, all right, I see where this is going.
Right.
It's not rocket science, even though
It might be.
I don't know, we have people
messing
Might-
with
you
us.
know, we don't really know what
Some
rocket
people be
science
like,
is. So.
both. Yeah, that's so true. Damn.
First question is always the same: Jordan or LeBron?
Oh, Jordan.
Okay.
All right.
That's an easy one.
That's a new tally.
Shout out
on
P2P.
The Jordan side.
That's an easy one.
Yeah, shout out P2P Cup.
Yeah, that's an easy one. When's the last? Who picked LeBron recently?
Probably Fritz.
No, Fritz hasn't been on here in a while. I kicked him. He's banned from the show.
Band? I don't blame him.
Yeah, I didn't like his performance last time. I was like, when you get Fritz, you're expecting Fritz.
That's when he stole your
And we
ribs.
didn't get Fritz. We got like a
Used to my
lead,
ribs.
like a
Something
tired.
like that.
Like, oh yeah, I'll come and do your shit.
Yeah, he's acting,
My bro,
acting a little fritzy.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Like,
Acting
be real
a little
fritzy, bro.
Yeah, real Fritzy. Exactly. Oh, glad
Yeah.
somebody understands.
Yeah.
All right. Which one would you rather, a game of concert, anything, Gillette Stadium or TD Garden?
I've never been to Gillette Stadium for a football game, so I'm going to have to go TD Garden.
Same.
I know. Yeah.
Same.
I've never been to Gillette either.
Yeah.
I can't afford it.
Me neither.
Gillette.
Well,
It was cold when I went.
and that's the thing. I'd rather, if
It
I'm going
was
to watch the
cold
game,
that
I don't
night.
really
I don't
want
wanna
to
be
be, unless
cold.
you're catching the first 3 or 4 games, I'm not going. I'm not freezing.
Yeah.
Bro,
No.
I'll take a flight to Miami and
That's
maybe
a
go to
long
one of those
drive,
games
low
or
key.
something. Yeah, and it's a nightmare getting in and out.
traffic.
It's one road.
Nothing
out of that
enjoyable about that
shit. There's
experience.
one road leading out of that. Who built this shit?
That sounds like an absolute nightmare. to
There's
me.
literally one road that leads out the stadium.
Yeah, TD Garden all day, but Fenway in reality is.
Yeah,
I'm going tomorrow. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Nice.
Finally,
Unfortunately,
after 3 years.
I have contractual obligations with P2P that I have to attend to tomorrow.
2P.
But enjoy yourself, sir. Eat at Fenway Frank for me.
It's gonna be like $15.
Dominican Day.
Oh, nice.
Do you need a
Be
flag?
Dominican Day? Is it really?
Yeah, I could use a flag.
It's Dominican Day?
Yeah. So I pulled
awesome.
up
Damn,
the
you
old
should have.
festival
I
time.
don't know when I'm gonna get. How the fuck am I gonna get you this flag?
It's all good.
I'll get it to you.
I think there's one.
I have like
There has-
5 of them.
Sure you
there
can
has to
find
be
one.
one at the
Yeah.
crib.
They'll sell it there.
I have. Huh?
There has to be
Yeah,
one
you know,
at the crib.
I have literally like 5 flags at
I
my
have a
house.
Dominican hat and everything. I'm good.
I don't know. I got it all.
You'll
I got
find one.
3 jerseys. I got it all. Let me know what you need. Bumper stickers, anything. I got them. All right. Because if you've noticed ESPN the last week, they did the ESPN Ocho thing where they just play random ass sports.
Yeah.
So what random sport would you most enjoy playing right now as an adult? Kickball or dodgeball?
Dodgeball.
Easy answer.
It's gonna whip it at
easy.
people.
I remember we had a dodgeball tournament at Salem High one year. Like it might have been my senior year, junior year. She was lighting people up.
Oh yeah, you must
Not
be.
fair.
Lighting.
Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to
there with
play.
No.
bruises. Like,
Just headshots. Everybody's
People doing
getting it.
flips. Like, oh.
Yeah.
So you know the
dodgeball is just-
famous Adam Sandler story about Billy Madison.
Oh, yeah.
So they were filming it, and he's literally nailing these kids.
Yeah.
And the parents are like, "What the hell's going
Yeah.
on?" They're like, calling them. I'm like, Adam Sandler's like, "Your kids are getting paid,
Yeah.
to do this movie."
Probably pretty well.
And I don't know. Did you read the script? Like,
Right.
and then they're like, "Oh, please lighten up." I was like, "All right." Still lit them
Just
the fuck
light 'em
up. Lit them the fuck
Oh, I
up.
love Adam Sandler.
yeah, good for him.
It's hard not to like.
We've all been
hard not
there
to
at the
like
Boys and Girls Club when
Like
we had to count the
counselor or
kids.
somebody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're destroying those kids
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
all day.
It's,
that was
it's a memory,
that's one of
too.
my
It is a memory.
That was one of my
love that.
first fights with
We did
Gary.
the-
But we fought at the Boys and Girls Club because I hit him in the face with a dodgeball, and he punched me in my face. And then I went into the bathroom, I cried, and then I mustered up the strength to go out back and punch him back in the face.
It's courageous.
That was honestly like
That's courageous.
like a vital moment in my life, like
Yeah.
a turning point where like
Changed
I ain't no bitch. Like, and
Oh, my God. Getting, I still feel
the rubber.
the rubber ball, hear the sound,
yeah.
the way your face imprints.
You can't even reenact that.
Kobe's
sound.
out here shooting missiles.
Yeah, that's what mine sounded like.
I hit Doyle in the face one time. He sat me out for the rest of the fucking day.
That sounds all right.
Yeah, he doesn't like to get hit in the face.
Playing with Doyle, he had like the little squishy ones. I'm like, this is,
Yeah.
this isn't
That's
really
stuff-
dodgeball.
And they would fly like this.
Yeah. He was playing goalie or something. He's like, you can't get it past me. I'm like, I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah. I'm not
Fucking
here to get past.
I'm getting you.
Get my shots. You made me run last time. All right. Italian food or Mexican food?
Ooh. Probably Mexican.
Okay.
It's more. I eat Mexican more often. I grab a burrito or something.
Burritos are the way to
It's
go.
just
Yeah,
most accessible.
Adele's been on a burrito.
Little
Like,
tacos Lupita. You know.
Ah,
I live in Lynn, so you know.
Yeah, that's good.
Right down the street.
Burritos got everything you need. I
Yeah,
would
everything
say.
you need, and it's not that unhealthy for you.
That's what I was trying to tell them. They were,
Right.
they were talking about.
you don't understand what you just did. Now he's gonna
Yeah.
he's gonna eat a
Colby validated
burrito.
it, yeah.
He's gonna eat a
No, but
burrito
I've been
every
doing
day.
this to replace fast food.
Yeah, but if you're going like Chipotle and you're getting like a bowl, that's not that's
should've got a
not the
bowl.
worst choice ever. It's really not.
Right.
I mean, you get brown rice, you get lettuce, you get
watching them
you
cook
get
the
protein,
chicken.
right? Yeah. Maybe high in sodium, but like
Yeah.
it's not the worst option.
Right.
Just avoid the cheese, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I usually don't get the
The
nachos.
queso.
Like an extra
Yeah, stay away
queso.
from the
Yeah,
queso.
yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love
Double up
queso.
on the queso.
Yeah.
My boy's like, yo, you want to lose weight? No bread, no cheese. I'm like, what am I supposed to fucking eat?
Right. What else is it?
Yo, like, I don't even know. He's like, no pasta, no bread, no cheese.
Eat
I'm
some
like,
freaking fruits and veggies.
all right.
Yeah.
I know.
Gross.
Some
I have-
chicken.
Yeah.
So if you watch the show, you notice I'm not the biggest fan of vegetables.
No, you're not. You're a child.
Bro, we had some burgers the other day with small little peppers in it. Little, just
Picking the peppers.
Yeah, no, he just looks like, was that vegetables in that? I was just like, man,
Is that
they're
green?
homemade
Yeah.
patties, you know?
Yeah.
Just like,
It was delicious, though.
yeah, just let it go.
I might have picked a couple onions out, though. That might have happened. All right. What do you enjoy doing at the gym more? Weightlifting or cardio?
Weightlifting.
No one likes cardio.
Nobody likes cardio.
Yeah, right?
But if you make cardio fun, it's not that bad.
Right.
Like if you're just going for a run, it sucks. If you're doing jump rope, if you're doing like
My
calisthenics, it's not
cardio is
that bad.
usually basketball, but
Yeah, basketball, exactly.
I need to definitely up it.
I love doing circuits. That made it more fun.
Way more fun.
Yeah, rather than like, yeah, let's go and take a lap. I'm not doing that.
No, no, absolutely
All
not.
right, let's run.
Shin splints.
I can't.
So
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do a
Just
treadmill
pain.
for nothing.
No,
I can't do a treadmill for
no.
nothing.
Me neither. I can't either.
I
Me
have
too.
to literally. If I run, I have to be like, I need to run to that tree.
Yeah,
You know,
right,
like
right.
I need something
Right, right,
to
right.
like.
Stop
It's
because
like a David
I'm-
Goggins mentality.
Yeah, David Goggins is a savage.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Aaron Paul. You know David Goggins?
Dude.
All right, that's your homework. What's my homework again? The Montgomery thing. That's your homework.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
David Goggins is a legend.
Yeah. They carry the boats and the law.
It's so entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, it's great.
And he's got 2 pretty good books too. If I don't know if you can listen to audiobooks if you don't
How
like
do
to
you
read.
know who this motherfucker is?
First of all,
He's a big personality on
he
social
is.
media.
But I also I watch Joe Rogan,
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
puts on
He's on
that.
Joe Rogan all the time.
and he's a psychopath.
Yeah, he's like, you gotta watch. If there's one thing that you watch on David Goggins, it's his happy birthday message to Joe Rogan. It's just hysterical. You gotta like Joe Rogan reads it off on like live on the show, and it's
I
hysterical.
think I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about, but I
yeah.
still don't know who he is.
Yeah,
He's the type of person
that'll
that
tell you
will-
everything you need to know about David Goggins.
He'll run like forever miles. His feet are broken. Like I'm not stopping.
Bro, he ran. They call them Moabs. They're like 100+ mile races, and this dude ran like 150.
Like running?
running,
Yeah,
running.
Like,
So he
So
was
a marathon is 26
He
miles.
was the first man ever to be I think he was a SEAL and a Ranger.
Yeah.
In the military. He's the real deal. I would recommend reading his books. They're really good. But he ran. There's like a story about him running the Moab, which is an absurdly long race. It's endurance athletes, like the greatest in the world. And he's running and he gets lost. So he's off course, and they'll time you out, right? Like they'll say, you're eliminated essentially, right? Especially if you get lost. And he retraces his steps. He's eliminated from the race. Retraces his steps, runs miles off course. Retraces his steps, comes back, and still does the rest of the race for no reason, just because he's David Goggins.
See, I came to all the.
He's not even involved in this race anymore. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I came all this way.
Right.
I got lost.
Yeah.
He had like no cartilage in his knees anymore. His toes are all
He had the
destroyed.
pull-up world record.
Wow.
Like
He's-
14,000 pull-ups, something absurd. Maybe not that's the number. It's an absurd number, whatever it is.
He's literally just willpower. Like I'm
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah.
Don't care what happens.
Yeah.
like, that's
Bro, you
it.
need motivation. You listen to some
Can
David
you,
Goggins.
can you listen to your boy then?
Yeah,
Like,
I was gonna say, yeah.
The fuck you
Why
like,
you
you
getting
gotta-
hyped up?
I was hyped up when I watched that episode.
Yeah, yeah.
To do what?
And
What
then
did you do?
I was also at work, so I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
You walked
Walking up the hill
Walking
extra
up
fast.
I got home like, oh,
Yeah, yeah. Just pick up the pace a little bit.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a great day.
take a shower, relax. Like, all right,
Got himself a burrito.
Exactly.
Comes full circle.
Right? Here, what's next?
David Goggins,
Shout out to him.
psychopath.
All right. Skydiving or bungee jumping?
Skydiving. I've been skydiving.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I
In
know
Hawaii.
anybody that's been bungee jumping.
I've never been bungee.
Don't.
I would do it, but skydiving is. I went in Hawaii. It was the most incredible
Oh,
experience
wow.
ever.
Nice.
Yeah, bro, insane.
I'm weirdly more afraid of bungee jumping than skydiving.
me too. Me too.
Why?
I would be too.
Because, I don't know.
I'll tell you
God.
the worst part. Have you ever been skydiving?
No.
None of you guys? The worst part is
there, but I ain't go.
the plane ride up because you're in like this raggedy ass plane. Then like you're scared for your life on the plane. And then it's hard to explain, but when you jump out, there's no real change. You just go from in the plane to now, like you don't feel a sense of like free fall.
Oh,
Even though you are
really?
falling, you've just kind of like just moved from in the plane. Now, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of a weird feeling, but like you don't feel the free fall until, and you don't really feel the height until they pull the canopy, and then you're like, oh shit, like, I'm high. You know, it's more just like it's invigorating. It's just like it's exciting, but you don't really feel a free fall. It's weird.
You also have somebody with you.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Totally. Whereas bungee jumping, like you definitely feel that instant free fall.
Oh my God. It was like a whiplash.
Right.
I'm scared.
Right.
I don't want to be hanging from my feet.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I've
sounds
seen
crazy.
I see situations where like that can snap.
Right.
Listen,
There's 2 parachutes.
the
already.
Will
This
Smith
doesn't work,
episode,
another
the
one.
Fresh Prince episode ruined that shit for me forever.
No.
Skydiving or bungee jumping?
Bungee jumping.
Will you marry? Splat.
Like,
I watched that episode. Ever since that, I was like, yeah, we're not doing
I would recommend skydiving. Go somewhere cool though. Like
Yeah.
don't go to wherever
Hawaii's
they do it here.
amazing.
Hawaii, dude.
Volcanoes
Well,
under you.
I was, yeah, bro. I went to visit a friend that lives out there, And we were just cruising. And I just saw them coming down. I saw the parachutes, and I'm like, if we drive by this place, we're going in. It was a total like just spontaneous thing. I was like, if we drive by, we're going in. She's like, all right, that's fine. Like just like agreeing just to probably like dismiss me. And then I see it. And I was like,
Oh, we're
I was
going.
like, we're doing this. And it was dope. We did it. It was so dope.
Just the scenery was.
Yeah, her tandem guy was out of his mind. They call him the pirate. This dude,
You gotta be out of your mind
This
to
dude-
jump out a
insane.
plane like 10, 12 times a day.
This dude wakes up from a full sleep. He's asleep, shoeless. Wakes up from a full sleep, like basically like, hey, bro, we got to jump out of this plane now. You know what I mean? Because they're doing a bunch of jumps all day.
Yeah.
And he still doesn't put shoes on. Just jumps in the plane. Like they get connected and whatever. And he goes to the door and just flips her around and just backflips out. I was like, don't do that. I'm like, do not do that. Literally, it's like
I can't trust someone.
No, yeah.
You are
Like,
so
yeah,
scared.
he's a pirate. Like,
Call
what
him a pirate.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what are you gonna expect? That dude was
Yeah, I can
nuts.
think about it. It's Tuesday for him.
Never
You know
put
what I mean?
shoes on either.
Yeah. Those dudes that just sleep and they just wait. It's just in public with no shoes.
Yeah.
He's in
Those are the most
Hawaii.
dangerous
It's
people in the
sand.
world.
Yeah, right.
You already know.
You don't
what
care
they
about nothing.
But yeah,
Tetanus.
skydiving for
He used to
sure.
skydives and surf. That's all he does all day.
Right. Oh, that's probably literally it.
It's a good life.
What's the next question?
I'm kind of stuck on the skydiving.
That was
thing.
great.
But wouldn't you be scared of like if you did that many jumps? Eventually,
Yeah, right.
the chances that eventually something's gonna fuck.
It's
up,
higher
right?
now that you've
Yeah.
been.
Yeah, a million times.
Well, they also before you jump, they play this video for you for like 20 minutes, telling you like the higher chance that you're gonna die. Not high chance, but they're like you might die.
So, by the way,
You can die.
Yeah.
same video of, like the submarine.
They probably needed that one. That's probably
They didn't get that
probably
one.
too soon.
Oh my bad.
Then you get that video.
I'm trying to think if we made jokes about it here. I don't think we have yet.
Yeah.
Give it
I
a
don't
couple.
think that was even a joke.
All right, well, that
Didn't work so well for them.
We'll edit that out.
Well, I'm a skydive.
There you go. So skydiving.
Hawaii.
All right,
That was a serious
beach
thing.
day or pool day?
Beach.
Beach.
Yeah, I love the
Beach. I go with my dog. Like that's his place. That's like our place.
That makes sense.
But like this nice little beach in Beverly. There's not that many people there. It's chill.
Oh, I know that beach.
Yeah.
And I hate it because I can only go with y'all because I don't know how to get there.
Right. So yeah, that's the thing. That's the best part about
We
it.
all literally like I can only go with like Fritz or
best part
Malik
about it.
or like if it's that. Other than them, I was like, it's I think down this road somewhere. These fucking,
I think it's behind these dumpsters somewhere.
it's literally
Because it is.
You know, it's literally you're going through some like trees, dumps, and all of a sudden it's like
He's like,
You're
beautiful
walking in the
beach.
woods and then it's just a private beach.
Like, I
You're
thought
"Wow."
we see the water by now. but no.
Right. Literally. No, it really is. You got to like sneak through like Tupper Manor if you want, walk through like a wedding.
It's crazy.
But that's so we go there. Like I'll go there with him like 2 times a week in the summer. So I don't remember last time I've been to a pool.
Hey.
on where I live, the condo. But other than that,
Actually, I haven't been to the beach in a while. I gotta go back to the beach.
we haven't done a lake day yet.
I like the lakes.
It's already August.
Right. Summer's
Summer's
over.
sucks.
Just rained all summer.
Right.
Right? And then when it doesn't rain, I'm
And we
like,
had the hottest October
Yeah,
ever.
it's like 95 when it's not raining.
Yeah.
bullshit. All right, this is a workout question. Well, I've been curious because people have given me multiple answers. Protein before workout or protein after? Or does it even matter?
Me personally, I don't really time up my protein intake. I think for actual like recovery and science purposes, post workout. But I'm like, I'll do protein in the morning. That's like what I'm not like a big supplement guy, believe it or not. But yeah, I would say probably
I
post.
bought them and they all sitting on my
I
counter.
just started. I've been working out for a couple years, and then I finally got like protein, creatine, but I'm not like religiously doing it.
Right. Well, you also got
I try to eat it. I try to eat the food.
Yeah, that's what I say to people. Like your best bet is always to just try to get a real diet, eating whole foods, right? Because a lot of that actual protein just gets converted to waste anyway, and half of the protein products are garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're looking at like an actual nutritional label, like which you should if you're buying a product like that. If you're looking at like the serving size compared to the protein amount, and it's not like almost the same. You know, if it's a 25 gram scoop and it's 10 grams of protein per scoop, that's not a good product. Like, that's garbage. You know, because what is that other 15 grams? It's like your fillers, it's your sugars, it's your maltodextrins, it's the garbage. It's shit. And you're just putting that in your body.
Check my shit.
Yeah, you check. I try to find something that's usually around 80% or more. 80% or more. So if it's like a 25 gram scoop, see, we're learning something.
Right.
You know, it's an education segment.
Every episode.
Yeah. So if it's like a 25 gram scoop, like you want to try to get like 20 grams per scoop of the actual whey protein.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got that?
Write that down, yeah. Mental, yeah.
I'm gonna go home first thing.
First thing to do is grab it. Like,
Yeah. It's fucking 71%.
Fuck, you told
Son
me
of
to
a
get this one up. You recommended
This is why I don't have a six pack.
Not to Taco Bell after every gym session.
Yeah.
Chipotle. Come on.
recommended this. Let's get mad.
Shoveling queso.
I love cheese, man. I put cheese on everything.
I try not to, but
Bro, it's
Yeah,
literally
I
like,
try
how do
not
you
to.
not?
Because cheese doesn't work well with us.
Me neither.
guys.
So
I'm like probably lactose intolerant.
They are. They just ignore
Yeah.
it.
lactose twins.
I feel like people that are lactose intolerant eat the most cheese.
Yeah.
That tends to be the case.
I eat a lot of pizza.
Just always upset stomachs.
Most cheese I eat.
Yeah.
I make a lot of pasta, great cheese sauce.
Like I like chocolate milk the old fashioned way. You know what I'm saying? I can't like switch the milk. I tried changing the milk like almond milk, so
tastes
like
different.
It's different.
And people, I hate when they say, no, it doesn't.
I grew up
Yes,
off
it
the
does.
regular
Yeah.
chocolate milks.
Get
Yeah,
almond milk.
I like the almond milk. I'm weird.
I finally
I do
gave
too,
in.
but,
I
like,
gave in finally.
Chocolate milk mixed with it, it
Yeah.
just tastes different to me.
Have you bought like the actual chocolate milk like that's made
Oh, I've been
by like the whatever the
yeah, I've
you
been
know what I'm saying? Not make your own.
I've been drinking the
Yeah. No, I'm just curious. I'm not even
No,
gonna dig. Yeah.
what's the it's like it has the extra
Blue
protein.
Diamond or something.
I
One of
forget
those
the
brands.
brand.
Yeah.
It's pretty fire.
I can't get behind like the oat milk movement.
Yeah,
That's
oat milk.
trash. But almond milk, I like.
I went to almond milk and someone was like, no, we're not. It was like, getting to a new fad and you missed it. Like, we're not
Right,
even
right,
on
right.
almond milk
Yeah, we're on
anymore.
oat milk now.
I was like, what? I just got here. Like,
Yeah.
what are we drinking now?
Rice
Shit.
milk now.
Oh, my God.
I
Yeah.
think it was like Nate Simpson was here and I said something like almond milk. He said,
You still drinking 1%?
Yeah.
Yo, he looked at me like I was doing drugs.
Yeah.
You still drinking 1%? I'm like, bro.
Nah, they don't do that. Like, okay, I'm sorry.
It's better than fucking
Seem like a
eating
crack
Wendy's
addict, bro.
every day.
Jesus, bro, I'm trying. Like, fuck. Thought you'd be proud of me.
Getting scolded for your milk choices.
Right? I didn't know it was that serious.
Man, it's 2023, bro. That's how it goes.
Things have changed.
Nick Albert brought a big thing of chocolate milk that's like almond milk.
That's the one I
That's
drink
the one I
now.
have at the house.
That
but I have
boy,
it normally
that boy is
for the kids.
literally Hercules.
Yeah, he's a big boy now. Huh?
Yeah, it's fucking.
I saw I posted something the other day. I was like, oh, okay.
long
He
hair.
looks a little
long-
different.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Six pack, long
fucking-
hair.
Yeah.
Eating raw steaks and fucking.
Fucking Fabio.
He's just like tapped in right now.
Clearly.
Hey.
Clearly. Where am I? Oh, food question, of course. Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Hey, big fan.
Big steak guy.
I was going to say, Josh, you usually ask this question
Medium
every time.
rare.
I was going to let
Medium
you.
rare?
Of course.
What is it?
Medium rare.
Do you name it too?
This is a cultural thing.
Yeah, clearly.
This is
Yeah.
clearly
That's
yeah.
the right choice.
It's,
Medium,
no, I'm
like,
just saying. It's a cultural
It
thing.
definitely is.
It's a cultural thing.
Medium rare is the only good answer.
I agree.
I got put on by my father who only does well done, and I don't do well done. But
I don't
that's-
do well done, but I
that
do
comes
medium
from my
well.
upbringing.
Right. But I'll tell you, I'm sure
Or
my
medium.
parents, when we had steak as a kid, I'm sure my parents didn't intend to like cook it well done, but they just weren't good cooks. So like I grew up on well done steaks too.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I'm a lunatic.
You know,
Like, I know the difference between a good steak, and then a well done steak.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
He's probably still chewing.
Nice
right.
restaurant.
I do medium.
Right, it's just fibrous and
The only problem
Like,
about
do you, chef?
right.
But if it's like a random fucking
Outback.
yeah,
right.
like get a little.
No, I'm chefing
cook
them
that
up.
up.
the only problem with that is some places, medium rare. Like, all right, and they don't get it medium rare.
Right.
They'll be like, close enough, I guess.
Right.
But if
Oh,
you go
send
for
that
well
back.
done, it's gonna be perfect. burnt. This is charred up.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's
I
your
don't do
steak.
well done.
Here's your cardboard.
Yeah.
I don't
Here's
do well
this.
done. Well
Make sure
done's
you get some
great.
Medium
steak
well?
sauce too.
I do medium well is where I usually go.
I want them. I mean, if they could send it out raw, I would you know.
I would assume
Straight
So
up
still
fake.
mooing, yeah. Just cut it off the.
fucking Flintstones.
Cut it off and serve it to me.
Bringing up the black cat.
Actually-
Back in the day, my teacher, after Blaine left, rest in peace, Blaine, Ms. Zanny was our new teacher. And she's like, yeah, just put it, give it to me.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
me and Portia were like, no.
Yeah. Watch out.
No.
We're not doing that.
Could at least get medium rare. No, no, I thought I like it. I don't care.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
I cook a lot of my own steaks. I get them from. I just go to Steve's Market because you know
No.
if you want to,
Classic.
you know,
Absolutely.
shop with the homeless, but they're great people, you know. But they actually have really
I work at
good.
the post office here. I'm right there.
Yeah, right. They actually have really good steaks. Though.
Right.
Like
Really?
I'll go in and pick up like the New York sirloins or sometimes like the bone-ins, and like they're solid steaks.
Right.
They're solid.
It used to be
steaks.
funny watching him and Fritz argue about steaks.
Oh,
It's
bro.
hilarious.
He's
Yo,
the
Fritz
worst.
was literally screaming at him.
Bro.
I'm like, bro, let him eat his steak however
Right.
he wants.
Let me eat my steak however I want.
How was he eating steak?
It's not,
like
bro.
me, like
the-
me.
no, well, like
Oh,
he's the well guy.
Yeah, he's the opposite.
He's the
Yeah.
well guy.
The far left.
Bro. setting,
I don't
like-
like it.
Just
If we're at a barbecue
why is my
outside-
steak pink?
Yeah.
It's like the light is
just
like
a
a
little
little,
bit.
tint of pink.
Try it. No, I ain't eating this.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, bro.
All right, whatever.
Give
Shout
it
out to
me
Fritz.
Yeah.
We might give you another chance.
Nah, I disagree.
Wait, no.
I'll try to be polite.
One more for season 2.
Yeah.
Season 3, we're already on.
Three's coming up.
We can't fit him in season 2.
He's not coming.
Sorry, bro.
He's not coming. I just don't see when I would need him this year again.
Soccer season.
I know. He had a shot. First impressions, you know? He didn't do well.
Yeah.
Actually, that was the second impression. You failed in both first impressions.
I know, both
He
of
did
them
so
were
bad the first one, we couldn't even air it.
Oh no.
You know.
The Fritz rule.
Fritz rule.
All right, where am I? A couple of these left. Vegas or Miami?
Ooh. That's a tough one. I love both.
I know. I do my research.
I love both. I mean, Miami, I probably go to more frequently, but like when I get to Vegas, I just got this smirk on my face, and I'm just like, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time. I've never had a bad time in either place. I'd say, oh man, probably Vegas.
Okay.
Vegas is the kind of place you can go and just be whoever you want to be for that weekend.
Right.
And come home and not have to worry about well, maybe you have to worry about some things, but you don't really have to worry about most.
Some things.
I say the fundamental
Might want to get
difference.
checked out.
Yeah, right. The fundamental difference is Miami, you go if you want to be in the scene, right? Like you want to go to the clubs, you want to like dudes like rent the Lambos and whatever. Like that they're like it's all flash. And you know the people are like that too. But you go out to Vegas, you get a lot of people from LA. You get people that are just there for the weekend. They just want to have a good time. Like there's the Vegas vibes are much better. I don't like to say vibes, but they are much better.
Right.
Much better.
All right. Next one. These two guys have been going back and forth on the internet for a while.
I hope I know this one.
I hope so. These two famous motherfuckers. Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. Or Elon Musk.
Bro, I don't
in a
know.
fight.
I feel like it might be Zuck. Bro, he's been training.
I guess.
Trust me, if it's a cage match, if it's not a boxing match, if it's MMA, if he knows any jiu-jitsu, he's taking Elon Musk out.
Elon knows MMA stuff too.
Yeah, Elon is
Judo,
training.
But judo is getting destroyed by jiu-jitsu.
he should do it growing up. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the background of their training.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if he does anything now.
Right.
But Zuck is in the
Right, and he's doing jiu-jitsu. He's training. He's grappling.
He
Actual
just
fighters.
got a ring in his backyard. I seen.
Bro, if
rich people.
if Zuckerberg has jiu-jitsu and Elon Musk has judo,
Yeah.
Zuck is tapping him out in 30 seconds.
Probably.
I believe it.
30 seconds.
But one thing is, Elon has 100 pounds on him.
Doesn't matter.
He'll probably pick a weight.
Promise you.
They're gonna fight in the Coliseum.
That's sick. See,
Which is
that's
the most
cool.
like rich thing out. Let's pick that place.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're
that's
allowed
cool.
to do that.
You know,
Nah,
Elon's
they're
training.
They're both
Just buy
billionaires.
it.
Like,
Elon
hey,
has to
I'm
be
gonna
training
pass.
now.
Yeah, can we buy the Coliseum, please?
That'd be crazy.
Just for this one event.
We'll split it. We'll
We'll
give
give it back. Yeah, right. You
Crazy.
Wild.
ever been to the Coliseum?
No.
Have you?
I have, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
It's phenomenal.
That's not my bucket
I'd
list.
recommend the tour as well.
Yeah.
Do the tours.
Yeah. No, we haven't
never
been to
been to
Coliseum,
The
bro.
Rome.
No, because he's looking at me like, well, have I?
Oh,
I'm
like in
bro.
LA? Yeah.
It's like,
No,
where do you go?
motherfucker, we have not been.
Yeah.
Unless you went to Italy without telling us. I think.
He snuck away for a weekend.
Yeah.
He's like, have I? No.
Yeah.
I was really drunk the whole way.
I think I feel like I've like, stopped by one day. or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Oh, you have not.
Should have specified.
I was still thinking like
Should have specified which Coliseum.
I was thinking like Vegas still. I was thinking.
I don't think it's a Coliseum.
Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I
Caesar live here?
Caesar really live here.
I think that's what I had in mind.
Yeah,
I
I've
was
been to
talking
Caesar
about
Palace.
literally
Yeah.
a hotel.
Yeah.
That's what I had in mind.
I do want to see that new dome they have in Vegas. The
Oh,
little,
the giant ball.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is
That
kind
was
of crazy.
great. When it made into a actually look like a
Sure, I can't
basketball when they
afford
play
it.
basketball inside. That's awesome.
I'm sure I can't afford to go in.
I feel like Vegas should never have a basketball team.
They have
no,
one
no.
coming
No,
up
but
now.
they shouldn't.
They just officially made it.
Yeah, it's a
What
horrible
happened to the
idea.
Raiders?
Yeah.
They got a great stadium.
Yeah, but 5 of their like,
Yeah, but,
players
like,
are in
the
jail
whole
right
roster.
now.
Right. I know. It's dangerous being in Vegas.
Win some, you lose some. You know?
The weak fall. Right? All right. Last but not least, better birthday. Your 21st or your 30th?
I don't even remember my 21st.
No one does. No one does.
I remember. I vaguely remember it.
I don't-
I was at Tufts, and I remember like breaking into my house because I, for some reason, couldn't get the door open. Just blackout drunk.
Happens.
You had
Just
the key,
like
but it didn't
snuck
work.
in the window. Yeah. No, it wasn't even a key. It was a punch pad, and like I just couldn't. I couldn't remember either. I couldn't remember the code or it wasn't working, and I just broke in, and that's the only memory that I have from that night. So I'm gonna probably go 30th.
That was process of elimination.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't even remember where I was or nothing.
Yeah.
I don't not even.
Yeah.
Everybody was
slight
asked,
bit.
like, we don't even remember 21. Like, I don't
Yeah.
30 for
Everybody-
fun.
Yeah.
20 wasn't.
Do anything special for 30?
Let me think. What did I do on my 30th? I'm sure if I thought back, I'd remember it, but I don't recall exactly where I was.
Not too
I
far
mean, I'm
back.
33. You know, it was like
years ago.
three birthdays ago.
Hey, that's a long
I do a
time
lot
ago.
of stuff. You know? I do a lot of stuff.
It's been a long 3 years.
Yeah, it's been COVID, bro. I probably wasn't doing anything.
Oh, you went.
COVID.
I know a lot of people who had.
Yeah, maybe it was 21st birthday then. Probably was my
Yeah.
21st was better.
Who else we had? So we had someone else on that had a 2020 30th that fucked up this shit. They couldn't go out anywhere. I
Yeah,
forgot
that's
who it
probably
was.
exactly what I was doing.
Yeah,
Being sick with COVID or something.
probably. All right. Sounds fun.
Probably had COVID.
All right, shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out P2P.
Shout out P2P. Shout out Koki for everything you do for the city.
Absolutely.
If the city doesn't appreciate you, 806 The Show 100% appreciate you and everything you've done. Fuck them all.
Shout out the pack.
Yeah.
Shout out you,
bro.
Everything you're doing, it's amazing. I
Yes, absolutely.
love it. Shout out 806 The Show.
Shout out. Shout out. We never shout ourselves out.
Shout out The Vibe. Shout out Nerd Gods. Great.
Shout out Young Soldier Success Group. Shout out
Jesus.
Shout out
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus. If you have any Kobe, you can just shout them
Shout
out.
out Salem Sports.
People doing good things. Is that the purpose?
Yeah, we're just
Shout out anybody.
Shout out 806 The Show.
Thank you.
I'll think. I wasn't prepared for this segment.
I don't really care about anybody.
I don't like anyone.
Who else?
Shout out, though.
Whatever. Shout out everybody who's doing good in the world
Shout out
and
Hunters.
making a positive influence in somebody's lives.
Right.
Shout out to them.
Shout out Burritos.
Shout out
Yeah,
burritos
burritos.
for sure. They got everything you need.
Shout out Hongers.
Shout out your dog.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, shout out
Cash.
Cash. Shout out Cash. And Banks. I got a cat.
Oh, damn, Cash.
Yeah, he's
Banks.
kind of the behind the scenes guy.
He's chilling, just stalking you.
He doesn't-
jealous as hell.
Yeah, he doesn't get as much as much love. No, he's definitely not
A
loved.
good chance Cash is going to be the cover photo to this.
Oh, I love that.
I got to go through that. You have a lot of pictures.
I got a lot.
I have
Yeah,
to go through a good one.
yeah.
I got to find
He's
one.
smiling perfectly.
Yeah. I can send you some good ones.
All right, I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
Kobe's going to be 2 in sending me pictures.
Yeah, yeah. You just
What
open
about
up
this
the
one?
box, right?
Definitely fucking
Actually,
mistake.
let's use this one instead. Let's-
Right.
Actually, I just found this
Send
one.
us out the audio. Just be like,
30,000
Yeah,
texts.
yeah.
all right, Kobe, thank you for joining
Thank you, bro.
us.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you for coming
Appreciate
by.
you.
Hell yeah.
Co-host Ari G, co-host Sanchez. I'm Melly Man. We'll see y'all next week.
Take that. Take that.
Fire, 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 fire.
86.
806 The Show is a proud member of the Vibe Entertainment family, so make sure you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as Facebook and the Gram. Leave us some comments, hit us with some likes, show us some love. You already know. It's 806 The Show.
806 The Show, you heard? Take that. 806 The Show.